All right, so today we are going deep on something that's, well, kind of cryptic, literally. The cryptic self.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, those times you can't quite figure yourself out.
Right.
And you would think, wouldn't you? Like you have all the information.
You'd think.
Right.
You have the inside scoop.
Supposedly,
Yeah. Yeah.
So one of the sources we're looking at today, it uses this metaphor of a soul blueprint.
That's a good one.
And I kind of like that.
Yeah.
What if we're not like born with the instruction manual?
Oh.
We just get like handed this blueprint and it's like, okay, good luck.
Right. Figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to throw that back to you, the listener. I mean, have you ever felt like that? Like you're a mystery even to yourself.
Oh, all the time.
Right.
I mean, it's super common. And this whole idea, it kind of fits in with a lot of different schools of thought. Like, have you ever heard of depth psychology? So they talk about this thing called the unconscious mind, right?
Yeah.
It's like all this stuff is hidden under the surface, thoughts and feelings. Stuff that's driving you, but you don't even realize it. Like, there are parts of the blueprint that are totally obscured.
Oh, I see. It's like there's these like secret compartments.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, one of the other sources, they had this image. It's like someone looking in a mirror, but the reflection is making this totally different, like, confused face.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of creepy, but also...
It makes sense.
It's like, who is that?
Right. Like, who are you?
Right. So, like, why? Why do we feel so disconnected sometimes from who we really are?
Well, I mean, think about it, right? We have all this pressure to, like, fit in.
Right.
To conform,
Right.
Society's got all these expectations, and they don't always match up with who we really are inside.
Right.
And then just like our past experiences.
Right.
So, especially if we've been through tough stuff, it can make us build walls and defenses.
Yeah.
And that just ends up like obscuring our true nature.
So it's like we're trying to read this blueprint, but there's all this stuff on top of it.
Exactly.
Layers and layers. Okay, so if self-understanding, it's not just like automatic, it's a process. Like, where do you even start?
Well, I keep thinking about that blueprint analogy, right?
Right.
If it's there, we have to figure out how to read it.
Mm-hmm.
And the good news is there are actually tools for that.
Okay.
Things that can help us,
Yeah.
So one of those tools is like mindfulness meditation. Have you ever tried that?
Mm-hmm.
It's all about becoming more aware of yourself, like in the moment. It's like we're slowly shining a light on those pages of the blueprint. You're just observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's therapy, right?
Uh-huh.
It gives you this safe space to like really explore those hidden compartments we were talking about, to figure out those parts of yourself that maybe you're scared to face.
Oh, I see.
And even something as simple as journaling can be like super insightful.
Yeah.
It's like you're writing notes in the margins of your blueprint as you figure it out.
Oh, I like that. So what kind of instructions do you think we'd find in this blueprint?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, maybe it's stuff about our core values, like what's really important to us. Or maybe it's like hidden talents, things we're naturally good at but haven't discovered yet.
Oh.
Or, maybe it's even like the challenges we're meant to overcome, the things that will help us grow.
Right. It's like the obstacles are part of the design.
Exactly. And, it's not just about like understanding our own blueprints. The sources also talk about how important diversity is for self-discovery.
Oh, interesting.
Like the more we connect with people who are different from us and try to understand them, the more we learn about ourselves.
You know what? I totally get that. It's like when you hear someone else's story, even if it's completely different from your own, and you're just like, wait, I recognize that.
Yeah.
That feeling, that struggle.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a little light bulb goes off.
Exactly. Empathy and perspective taking, they're like these powerful tools that can help us grow. They help us see the world and ourselves in new ways. It's like we're challenging our own assumptions, and then suddenly our own blueprint starts to make a lot more sense.
Yeah. So it's not just looking inward, it's also looking outward.
Right.
Okay. Wow, a lot to unpack here. I mean, today wasn't about giving you all the answers, right? It was about like giving you the tools and the questions to start exploring your own soul blueprint.
Right, your own map.
Yeah. So here's one last thought for you to like chew on.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
This blueprint, it's got our strengths and our weaknesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does it really mean to like embrace your full self?
Oh, wow.
Even the parts that you're like scared to look at.
That's deep.
Keep exploring. keep questioning. Just keep being curious about who you really are. And thanks for joining us for the deep dive.
Absolutely.
We'll catch you next time.
See you then. Bye.